we are really lucky today to have three of the secretaries of state departments here with us in the Wolf administration. And I happen to know two of these guys really, really well. I work with both Secretary Dunn, DCNR Secretary when I was in Harrisburg, and John Quigley, although he's now the Secretary of Department of Environmental Protection, worked for me in DCNR. And I am just delighted that they're here today to be part of this ceremony, because both of them, and I know I worked with them for a now total of almost 10 years in and out of state government, their commitment to trails, their commitment to water quality, their commitment to sustainability, and their passion and their intelligence, their ability to collaborate and lead the state agencies is second to none. So I'd like to bring both of them up. I think Cindy will speak first, and then John. But please join me in welcoming Cindy Dunn, Secretary of DCNR, and John Quigley, Secretary of DEP.
I got to tell you how happy of a day this is for the men and women of DCNR. A huge cheer went up when this trail was named one of the best urban trails in America. And I know that cheer went up among our partner organizations and all the people who have strived to make this what it is today. When people think about DCNR's contribution, the money is often what's mentioned, and yes, we have committed a lot of the people's money to this trail. Over the years, $6.5 million in fact. But the contribution goes much deeper than that. The men and women of the agency and the broad partnerships that really allow us to serve Pennsylvania's citizens are what makes this really special. Every single foot on an urban trail is a lot of work and represents partnership. I think the size of the crowd that, both ahead of me and behind me speaks to the complexity of what it takes to lift an urban trail. I remember when Mike DeBernius was secretary, he brought Joe Cernick in, and Joe started talking to us about the mind-numbing process of combining federal funds and state funds, and the private investors, the philanthropic community, the private business that contribute. So it's not just money, it's really a public will, a commitment, and great leadership at all levels. And I really feel pleased and humbled to stand with you today. In some ways, my role might be about the easiest one here, because I really respect and appreciate what it takes to do this. And I'm so happy that we're part of it. I do want to mention that we feel that this epitomizes what our state rec plan, released by Governor Tom Wolf just a few months ago, what it envisions for Pennsylvania's citizens. We asked 10,000 people what they want in their community, what they want in recreation, what they need. And for the reasons of health, recreation, transportation, commuting, they want to connect our communities to amenities, to schools, to businesses. They want a way to commute to work other than sitting on a busy highway breathing exhaust. So we want to bring this kind of experience to all Pennsylvanians. So this has an aspiration of doing that across Pennsylvania, and to have a model here in Philadelphia that we can point to that's not only providing all that, but near one of the most beautiful rivers of Pennsylvania is critical. And I know I'm speaking for Governor Tom Wolf when I say this represents his aspiration for his secretaries. We want to create government that works, that really does bring government close to people, and really weaves in the private sector, the many, many nonprofit partners and others. So this is just the beginning. As Silas mentioned, we have 60 miles open on the Schuylkill River Trail. We've got about that many more to go. So let's celebrate, and then let's get back to work, close the gaps, and then look across the state and try to bring this to as many Pennsylvanians as we can over the next 4 years and over the next 8 years. Thank you very much. So happy to be here.
Good morning, everybody. It is a real privilege to be here. First thing I want to say is that Philly is very cool. I am not. But it is just a thrill for me to be here to join with you today in this tremendous announcement. and to celebrate this tremendous facility. I want to get the money part of the conversation out of the way first. Part of this trail was funded by a DEP Coastal Zone Management grant. And I got to plug this program because 2016 grants are now open. So feel free to apply. But what we're celebrating today is not just recreation. It's not just the trail. It's not just the incredible partnership that this crowd standing behind me represents. This project is about building a constituency for the protection of the Schuylkill River. Providing access to the river will encourage more people to be interested and engaged in protecting it. And as a former DCNR secretary, I know the incredible power of that connection between people and their natural resources. That's something that Mike taught me when I worked for him, that I worked and learned from Cindy on, and it's just a privilege to be with two dear friends again, and to be with my cabinet colleague, Secretary Richards, as well, to celebrate today. But Philadelphia is modeling sustainability. It's modeling and demonstrating the power of connecting natural resources to community, to economy, and really to the lifeblood of its citizens. Seeing the traffic on this trail this morning when I first came in, the bikes zooming past, the walkers, the runners, mothers pushing their kids on their strollers, building that lifelong connection to this river, to natural resources, is incredibly powerful and incredibly important work. And I don't think there's any community in Pennsylvania and perhaps in the country that is doing it better than Philadelphia. So congratulations to all of you. I look forward to continued success. Thanks.